All right, let's talk movies for the big month of July, which I think is the best movie lineup of a month I have seen in a while, and let's get right into it. The first movie coming out July 2nd, Jurassic World Earth. Now, this is starring Scarlett Johansson. It's kind of a soft reboot after them doing three movies with Chris Pratt, and they're really going all in with the trailers. I'm seeing this everywhere. I am super excited to see how they do this. I'm a big Jurassic Park, Jurassic World fan. I think there's a lot of things that they can still explore, and I think there's a lot of things that haven't even touched based on the comic books, based on a lot of the stuff that people don't even know about, and how scary Jurassic Park, Jurassic World comic books actually are. And I think with this movie, they could explore a lot of that, especially seeing from the trailer. It seems like a lot of craziness packed in one movie, just like all the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movies are. And I am super excited. That comes out July 12th, July 2nd. You'll have a few weeks before the next movie. And this is another one I'm looking forward to big time, because I'm looking forward to the James Gunn reboot-ish of the DC universe. And I know everyone talks about how there's been a million reboots of the DC universe, but I'm excited. James Gunn is a great mind, and this movie is Superman. I know there's been a million Superman movies, but I really think this one, with the trailer, super dog in it, everything, it's been a movie that really is like a good upside for this new reboot, new era of the DC universe. And with Marvel kind of getting back to where they were, but also kind of in the downside, I think it's a perfect time for them to really kick it in high gear and try and compete with the movie that I will talk about next. But let's continue to talk about another show that will be coming out soon, which is Peacemaker Season 2, and that is another way to add into the DC Universe. So kind of a 2-in-1 there. We'll be able to see that in August, right after, 2 weeks after this movie goes, so you have a little bit of time to digest. And James Gunn has been very high on this, and so has a lot of the actors and everything. And I know you can be like, oh, well, they're paid, whatever. But I think this is a movie that, I'm not gonna lie, I won't say it's make or break, but I will say this should be one of the last times they do a Superman reboot of some sorts, if they're not going to carry on a continuous story, because DC has kind of been dragged out the past few years. It's been very annoying. The movies haven't been great. So something I'm looking forward to, but something I also have high hopes, and hopefully they live up to the expectations. Now, the third movie is the one I'm looking forward to the most, and I can't stuff. I've already talked about it a little bit, but Fantastic Four First Steps. You're gonna have Silver Surfer, you're gonna have Galactus, you're gonna have Pedro Pascal. You have a cast and a half. With all that is being said about some of the screen reviews and all that, it is something to look forward to big time, and especially after Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts was a great movie, and if you did not get to see that, you're missing out. You need to go see it now. I know it's not in theaters, or maybe is in limited theaters now, but something you really need to go see before this movie, because they're cooking up big time right now. And I think this movie is going to be big time before the ultimate lead into Doomsday, Spider-Man, Secret Wars. This is the last build-up other than the shows. So I think it is something exciting. And another thing, I'm not going to leave this out, because this is something I just mentioned and just thought about on the rip, but this is something I have high expectations for, and kind of a make or break too, because Fantastic Four's been rebooted 300 million times. And I think this is the last time to kind of make it or break it in terms of putting in a new cast, solidifying their role in this new universe, but also kind of like the Superman-esque. I don't want to see another reboot for a very long time after this. So I want them to get it right, and I have high hopes with the casting and the story being presented going forward. So hopefully we get a big time movie, which I think we will, and I think it is something to have high expectations for, and that comes out July 25th. On the same day, we have another movie that you don't even have to go to theaters for, and it's something Ian has talked about in the past, we've talked about on this channel, and it is Happy Gilmore 2. Super looking forward to this. I think it's something, a lighthearted movie. Everyone loves Happy Gilmore. If you don't, you're wrong. You don't know good comedy Adam Sandler movie is. I mean, what a phenomenal film. With sequels, it can be, and everyone knows that, to top the greatness, especially of Happy Gilmore. But it's something right now that I think the comedy side of movies is missing. I think genuinely there hasn't been a crazy good comedy movie in a while, and you can leave some down in the comments that you think, but genuinely can't think of one that really stands out to me in the past 10 years, really. I think it's been kind of a comedic scene in terms of movies. I've loved comedic TV hires and stuff like that, but I think this is a realm where a great movie is needed, and even if I do jokes or a good laugh out of for a few jokes in this film, I don't have to go anywhere. That's the big thing I'm happy about with the Happy Gilmore movie. It's on Netflix. I can just sit back, turn it back on, because I'm gonna see Fantastic Four that night. Then I can turn on Happy Gilmore, and it'll be big time. So I think this lineup for movies in this July is big time. There's even more than I'm not even getting into, which is Smurfs 2. Smurfs 2 might be a big movie. I've seen a lot of promotions for that. I've seen a good promotions for What I Did Last Summer. There is a lot coming out this July, and I really think this is something for a lot of people to go out, support your local theaters, go see the movies in theaters. It is different. It is something I hope everyone gets to see, and to be honest, you'll have at least 3 or 4 good movies to go see in the theater. Enjoy your time, take a load off, and try and enjoy hopefully 3 or 4 movies.
'Cause when I see in your eyes that you are